Hey everybody, what's up? It's Hold the Truth Hostage, where if the truth was so important, we wouldn't negotiate with lies. We would hold the truth hostage. Now, a part of me, I find myself having to make this video, man. I have to, maybe there was some, maybe I didn't fully explain it at times, but I have to, or I almost forgot. Full-time ghosting isn't an option. It's the only choice, full-time ghost. Now, the problem I have, and the title of this video you'll see is Don't Doom Her. You know what I'm saying? Don't doom her, man. Don't doom her. I gotta make this video because, one of the problems in the position I'm in, man, and many channels find themselves in this position, is that you make all this content, man, and whether it be old or new, and people don't look back, man. People don't look back at the old content, and people find themselves lost again. I've been telling guys for years, man, for years, yes, you found the full-time ghosting. Let's say you found full-time ghosting. Let's say, yes, you found the black pill, you know what I'm saying? And I'm saying the true mathematical black pill, black pill, look up black pill 4.0, but you found the true black pill, and you're truly on the full-time ghosting path. The question then becomes, how do you stay that way? You know what I'm saying? The biggest problem and the biggest misconception online on all of these, male, philosophies and all that, the biggest misconception and the biggest issue is that most men will not talk about, well, how do you stay? How do you remain this way? You know what I'm saying? How do you remain? You could watch thousands of content online. All of them tell you is take the red pill, take the black pill, take if you know enough about, the history behind this BS, take the white pill. You know what I'm saying? If you know the history of that, I was one of the only guys, and I'm proud to admit it. I'm one of the only guys who made a video. You could look it up. It's called I think it's called the Pill Kit. The Pill Kit. You know what I'm saying? And from the Pill Kit, you'll see I tell you how to stay black pilled. And then from the Pill Kit, you'll see that, the origins of the Casper pill, which would eventually become full-time ghosting. You know what I'm saying? Its own branch. You know what I'm saying? The Casper pill was hugely inspired by the black pill. You could say it's the child somewhat of the black pill, And you can watch that video called Pill Kit, and you'll see that I tell you how to remain black pilled. You know what I'm saying? Because the biggest problem you have here, online and all these spaces, is no one's telling you how to stay on the path. And for you to be able to identify whether you're staying on the path or whether you're losing it. You know what I'm saying? This is why I invented the term called simp lapsing. You know what I'm saying? Re-simping, whatever. Because at the end of the day, you're gonna relapse. If you don't know how to remain this way, you're gonna relapse. It's inevitable, man. It is inevitable. You will resimplify, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know, whatever you want to call it, you will return, you know, because most people make all of this content, you know what I mean? And most people make all this content and they don't tell you, well, how do you stay on this path, man? You know what I'm saying? And that's how you can tell, I'd say a high probability of telling who's scamming a lot is they can't tell you how to remain on this path. They can't. They'll just tell you 80-20, 90-10 rule, 95-5. You know, they'll tell you all these rules and definitions, but they won't tell you, well, how do you stay on that path, man? How do you stay on this path? You know what I'm saying? They won't tell you that. And you'll see men return. They will return and attempt to and they will relapse, simp lapse, you know? I was saying, you know, you'll return because most of the channels don't tell you how to remain. Well, you know, these are the rules of a red pill rules. These are the black pill rules. These are the doomer rules, and you know what I mean? They just tell you and define it, but they don't explain how to stay on any of these paths. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times it's all about you understanding what you're buying. That's all it's about. A lot of times. You know what I mean? And the reason I'm making this video is that, man, a lot of guys need to know a lot of signs of what messaging will lead you towards the doomer path, man. A lot of guys don't even know that the red pill is literally designed to doomify you. You know what I'm saying? It's designed to doomify you, to turn you to a doomer. You know? And I'm going to tell you the signs that the red pill is designed for you to be a doomer. You know? And that sign is they'll tell you men are second-class citizens. Men are second-class citizens. You know what I mean? They'll tell, oh, men are second-class citizens, man. We're less than women. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You'll hear, oh, men are second-class citizens. No one cares about us. No one loves us. And all that bullshit, you know? All that BS. They're gonna doomify you, man. Because how can a man be a second-class citizen? You know what I mean? Because, you know, how can a man be a second-class citizen, man? These same people will tell you in the red pill community, well, we men are the strongest society, would crumble if 1% of the men stop working. And at the same breath, they're gonna tell you men are second-class citizens. How can society crumble if less than 1% of men stop working, yet we're second-class citizens? We're second-class citizens, man. How can two of these things be true? You know? It's because, man, it's all about the narrative of breaking you down. You know? You know, they don't want to tell you the truth, man. They don't want to tell you the truth. And I've been covering this for over 4 years now. Over 5 years, man. They don't want to tell you the truth, especially in the red pill community. You know, because if they told you the truth that men have to volunteer to be second-class citizens, you got to volunteer. And you should know one saying I have in this channel: volunteers can't be victims. You know what I mean? I told you guys this, man. Man, I tell a lot of men this, man. Volunteers can't be victims. You know what I mean? Like I said, man, I tell a lot of men this. A volunteer can't be a victim. I'm going to repeat it. I'm going to repeat it, man. Volunteers can't be victims. The reason they have to tell you you're a second-class citizen and all this stuff without telling you that you got to volunteer for this is because we all know the red pill, a lot of times the red pill is about selling you dating courses, fitness supplements, and so on. You know what I'm saying? Instead of telling you the truth, because they can't fathom it. They can't fathom the truth, man. They don't have that full-time ghosting knowledge. They don't have that black pill 4.0, man. They don't have the black pill 4.0. They don't have this degree of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of their planning, it will turn you to a doomer. You know what I'm saying? They will tell you, well, men are, and look at the messaging. And the thing is, they send both messages, these hypocritical messaging, to have you fall under one of them. You either gonna fall on the second class male BS, you're either gonna fall on the second class male BS, or you gonna fall under the, you're not man enough. You're not man enough. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be a man. You're gonna be the tough guy, and you're gonna pursue what they tell you. Because I told guys this over 5 years ago, man. Over 5 years ago, I told guys the blueprint, the literal blueprint to how men get you to fall into their traps, their scams, their grift, all that. The difference is the approach. Like I was saying, man, volunteers can't be victims, man. And the biggest selling point and the biggest scam of, like I've been telling guys, I know I haven't said it in a while, the lesser pillar community, is they have to convince you that you as a man are a secondary citizen. Because I've been telling guys this for over 5 years, man. There's a key difference between how women scam men into submission and how men scam men into submission. The women, of course, we know shaming language. You know what I'm saying? You'll hear body positivity. They're too picky. Shaming language. They will shame men and will use that shame to push you into the corner. While other men will use a challenge. Men will challenge you to follow them. They will challenge you. That's why you see all the big talking points of all the lesser pillar communities. The lesser pillar communities is just challenging. I challenge you. You want to be a strong man? You want to be a leader? I challenge. It's all challenges, man. That's how they scam you, man. You know what I mean? Challenges. That's how they scam other men. The whole red pill, all these other communities, to get your money and to get you to follow a lie, they will challenge you. That's why their whole concept, your Andrew Closet Tates, your wheat closet waffle, you know what I'm saying? Wheat waffle closet, you know what I'm saying? All these closeted men and all these scam artists, their whole approach is built on challenging you into their scam. They'll tell you, well, men are, like I said, they'll send you 2 messages and they challenge you to choose one of them. You know what I'm saying? You're either gonna choose the second class citizen, or you'll be above it and be stronger and be a high value male, aka a high value target. You know what I'm saying? You'll fall into that. That's how they get you. And then how you become a doomer is you start living by this narrative that, well, women are secondary citizens and we're second class and this and that. The world doesn't care about us. It's BS. It's bullshit, man. How can you in one sentence say the world is built by men, run by men, and if men stop working, the world will fall apart? That means men are the first class, number one priority. This is a man's world. I've been telling guys this, man, the United States, the West is still dominant. Men can become billionaires, trillionaires, super successful, but they need you. The way the scam works, if you want to experience what a second class citizen is, you have to volunteer. You got to volunteer and place yourself as a man in a position where you have everything to lose. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, because there's a lot of men online babying other men because they know you didn't grow up with a father. They know you didn't grow up with a father, so they sweet talk other men. Oh, it's not your fault, my guy. She was such a bad woman, and oh, you're such a good man, brother. You know, you're such a good guy. You know what I mean? They will sweet talk you, get you to drop your guard. Other men online, because they know you didn't have a father and you're that easily manipulated, man. They know that. Oh, you're such a sweet and good guy. There's no way a woman, she was right for what she did to you. No, she did nothing. You volunteered, my guy. And you can't be a victim once you volunteer. Volunteers can't be victims. A lot of guys will try this BS sweet talk. Well, he didn't know about the divorce laws. He didn't know. That's a lie. That's a lie. And let me give you another metaphoric example of how a volunteer can be a victim. Okay, let's use a simple one. You know what I'm saying? Very simple, you know? Give me a minute. Like I said, you know? And here's my example. Let's say you like fire. You like fire, right? You like fire. You know if you touch fire, you could burn. You get too close to it, it can be so hot it can burn. Dude, every man knows the law. We all know what it means. We all know since day one that and here's how simple it is. We all know if you're play fighting with a woman, a girl when you were little in class, you can't even appear that you're playing too rough. You know what I'm saying? You can't even appear that you're playing too rough. They say, oh my God, look at that animal roughhousing that girl in his class. You know what I'm saying? We all know that. So if you know since you were little, you can't even appear that you're playing too hard. You know what I'm saying? With a girl as a boy. You know what I'm saying? You knew that. So you can't even appear to be playing too rough when you were a boy with a girl. You know what I'm saying? So you know the rules, man. The biggest scam in the manosphere, and I've touched up on this on multiple streams, man. Multiple videos. You know what I'm saying? I've probably talked about this for over 1,000 hours, man. It's that they baby you. You got grown men. You got strangers, men that don't know you, trying to get you to drop your guard, man. Drop your guard and call them brother and I love you and all this other BS, man. You don't know that, man. Because you weren't trained. You didn't have a father, man. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people act like, when I say this, you didn't have a father, they want to pretend like this country doesn't have households where it's been 5 decades since there was a father figure in the goddamn house. Over 5 decades, man. Come on, man, over 5 generations. You don't have a father, man. And when you don't have a father, you don't know, not that you don't know, but you're easily vulnerable to other men, you know what I mean, sweet talking you, talking good to you. Oh, brother, it's not your fault, to have you drop your damn guard. You know what I'm saying? A lot of men who didn't have fathers or men in their family to lead them, they look for brotherhood and a father figure. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna find either one of those or a mixture, a variation, whatever. That's what you're gonna find. You know what I mean? And a lot of these men becoming doomers, man, who fall under the whole second-class citizen BS. We're not second class, man. There's not a world, there's not a country in this world, you know what I'm saying, where a man is second class, unless he was born into some type of royalty or something like that. But even then in royalty, you know what I'm saying, it's not, even in royalty, man, the men aren't second class, because guess what? The men in the royal family allow this to happen. Certain levels of treatment and how other men should behave. Even if you look back in history at countries where the women were queens and leaders and all that stuff, dude, the men allowed it, man. There's certain parts in Africa right now where the men just play the role of submission or whatever it is. They just let the women, keyword let, they let the women dominate until, you know what I'm saying, and alter the role. Men can do that if they want to. You know what I'm saying? Men establish different cultures. But this narrative that we're second class and we're below women and this and that, it's a goddamn scam. And it's why a lot of guys are doomers. You know what I'm saying? How the hell can men be second class in a whole country and nation built and upkept by the men? A lot of these men don't want to admit you volunteer to be a second class citizen. You know what I'm saying? You get in a relationship in a country where the marital laws are absolutely broken. The relationship laws are absolutely broken. You volunteered for this. And volunteers can't be victims. This is the biggest laughing joke about the manosphere. You know, the male space. A bunch of men getting together to hold hands and say, you're such a good man and you're entitled to so much better. I've been one of the only guys. I might be, fuck it. I am the only guy. I'm the only guy online telling guys, yo, the women are not more entitled than the men. Men are the most entitled sex, man. Out of the three, you know, male, female, hermaphrodite, the men are the most entitled. You know what I mean? I've even made a video about it to debunk this whole women are entitled BS. The men are the most entitled. Men will tell you, well, I work hard and I do my job. A woman should just volunteer to be my woman. I should be able to just point and pick them. Come on, man. The men are the most entitled. I've even made a video, the dog pill, to show you the men are the most entitled. I made the pink pill. The men are the most entitled. And a lot of guys becoming doomers, they're coming from that perspective of, I gotta validate this second class citizen BS. And the biggest level of bullshit with this second class citizen talking point is, so you're telling me, and how you could tell it's a major hyperbolic scam is you'll hear, oh, we're second class citizens, but when do they speak of becoming second class citizens? When it comes to relationships, marriage, interaction with women, that's when you're a second class citizen. So you're telling me, if that's true, if your starting point of becoming a second class citizen is how you interact with women, then that means you gotta volunteer. You have to volunteer. And volunteers can't be victims. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, you know, a woman gets this, a woman gets that. Dude, and who allows it? Who built this system? This is a man-made system. The most entitled of the sex, the most delusional are the men. Every talking point, I've broken this, man. I've broken this, man. I'm one of the only guys, if not the only guy, who tells you the 100% truth. This whole narrative of the women are the big bad boogeyman, it's a scam. It's a scam. In a society run by men, made by men. You know what I'm saying? There was a point in the United States of America where there was only men in the political office. Only men. So how is it the women's fault, these laws? How can you blame the women for these laws when they were 100% man-made? You know what I'm saying? The level of entitlement and delusion, it's insane, man. It is, you know what I'm saying? And I made a video called The Ender Cell. The Ender Cell. You know what I'm saying? A lot of guys want to talk about incels, icel, whatever you want to call it, but they graduate. You go from a incel to an ender cell. An incel, oh, why me? Why me? A doomer, why me? Doom and gloom. Then they graduate to an ender cell where they hope that the whole world ends so everyone can get the same judgment and the same treatment in the end. The ender cell. I'm the only one who made that video. I'm the one who came up with the ender cell. You know what I'm saying? A doomer will eventually graduate and evolve to the ender cell. A doomer will stop saying doom and gloom and why oh me, why can't I be a Chad and this and that. They'll stop comparing themselves and say, man, I can't wait for the end. I can't wait for the end to judge us all the same. You know what I'm saying? When that meteor, when the world, you know, goes boom, whatever. You know what I'm saying? When the world implodes, we'll all be judged the same. I can't wait for the end. That is the ender cell, man. Come on. Come on, man. The ender cell. You know what I mean? The doomer will evolve to the ender cell. You know? And I got, you know what I mean, something clicked and got me ticked off like this. You know what I mean? This whole doomer BS, man. You know, a doomer thing is nothing more than a lie, a scam, and guys living and begging for sympathy. You know what I mean? And I've spoken about this a long time ago, about the whole job narrative. No man cares if their job or their boss tells them they did a good job. No man gives a damn. No man gives a damn if anybody, their boss or anybody tells them they love them. No man gives a damn, man. At the end of the day, it's all about having the right resources and the right tools to get the job done. You know what I mean? No man cares, man. A lot of these doomers talking about, man, you know, no one loves a man and this and that. Men do not care. This is the narrative of a fatherless man, a man without a spine. Oh my God, why doesn't the world love us? Dude, what man wants some strangers to walk up to them and tell them they love them? Nothing more than an emotionally compromised man. You know what I mean? That's why I had to do this video, man. You know, don't doomer, man. Don't doomer, man. But to me, in all honesty, I've been telling guys this, man. We can't be sympathizing with guys that are emotionally compromised, that are weak, man. If someone chose weakness and volunteered for it, they're not fit to be amongst us, man. The problem with the manosphere and a lot of this stuff going around, a lot of the content, it's really promotion of weak men. You know what I'm saying? Promoting men that can't take accountability, dude. You got married. You proposed to her. You volunteered. You volunteered. Let me repeat this. You volunteered, man. And volunteers can't be victims. This has been Hold the Truth hostage, man. Where if the truth was so important, we wouldn't negotiate with lies. We would hold the truth hostage. Full-time ghosting isn't an option. It's the only choice. Full-time ghost, don't doom her.